Welcome to our channel, History Coins HD. We have some valuable coins for you, so don't spend one of them. So watch our complete video and find your treasure. This coin could make you rich overnight. Top 1 today, we have an exciting story for you, a tale of history, design, and an astonishing value that might be hiding in your pocket change. We're talking about the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1974, minted in Denver. This little copper beauty might just be worth a fortune, so stay tuned until the very end to discover its incredible value. Let's get started. The 1974 Denver minted penny might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but beneath its humble appearance lies a rich history and potentially staggering value. Coins like these are more than just currency, they're pieces of American history, shaped by the times in which they were minted. The year 1974 was a fascinating period in the United States. The country was in the midst of political and economic shifts, including the aftermath of the Watergate scandal and an ongoing energy crisis. Against this backdrop, millions of coins were struck at the Denver Mint, each carrying with it a small piece of the era's story. Now, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1974 1-cent coin features a classic design that every American is familiar with. On the obverse side, we have the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. His image has graced the penny since 1909, and its timelessness is a tribute to his enduring legacy. The reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This depiction of the memorial is a symbol of unity and resilience, qualities that Lincoln himself stood for. The details on this side of the coin, columns, steps, and the faint depiction of Lincoln seated inside, are a testament to the skill of the engraver. And now, what makes the 1974 Denver penny so special? It's all about the materials, condition, and rarity. While most pennies from this era were made of copper and zinc, some coins are believed to have been struck using experimental materials. These unique variations are highly sought after by collectors because they tell a story of experimentation and evolution in minting practices. Another factor that makes this coin stand out is its condition. Coins that have remained uncirculated or show minimal signs of wear are far more valuable than those that have been heavily used. The crispness of the design, the shine of the surface, and the lack of scratches or dents can make a world of difference when it comes to determining a coin's value. And then there's the rarity factor. While millions of 1974 pennies were minted, only a small fraction of them have the characteristics that collectors dream of, whether it's a unique composition, a minting error, or an exceptionally well-preserved condition. Finding one of these gems is like striking gold. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins like these, and competition in the market can drive up their value significantly. But here's the most exciting part: how much could a 1974 Denver minted penny be worth today? If you're lucky enough to have a 1974 penny in uncirculated condition, and especially if it features any rare variations or minting errors, its value could range from $52,000 to $55,000. That's right, this tiny coin, often overlooked and passed around in change, could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So, what should you do next? Start by checking your penny collection. Look for any 1974 coins with the Denver Mint mark, which is represented by a small D below the date on the obverse side. Examine the coin closely for any signs of unique features, errors, or exceptionally good condition. If you think you've found a winner, consider having it professionally graded by an expert to confirm its value. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1974 Denver minted penny and its potential worth. Who knew something so small could hold such enormous value? Top 2, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1976 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, this humble penny might not seem extraordinary, but don't be fooled. By the end of this video, you'll see why this seemingly ordinary coin could hold incredible value, fetching an astounding amount at auction. Stick around to find out just how much this penny could be worth. It might just blow your mind. Let's start with a bit of context. The year 1976 was a monumental time for the United States. The nation was celebrating its bicentennial, marking 200 years of independence. From fireworks and parades to commemorative memorabilia, the spirit of patriotism was in the air. While most collectors focus on the special bicentennial quarters, the 1976 1-cent coin is a lesser-known gem that has slowly but surely gained attention in the collector's market. And now, what makes this coin stand out? To understand its significance, we need to take a closer look at its design, minting details, and historical background. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has been a staple of the penny since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The detail and craftsmanship of Brenner's design remain timeless, symbolizing leadership, integrity, and resilience. Just beneath Lincoln's profile, you'll notice the tiny D mint mark, indicating that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse side, you'll find the classic image of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny depiction of Lincoln sitting in his chair, visible between the columns, a detail that many overlook but one that truly adds to the coin's charm. While billions of pennies were minted in 1976, most were heavily circulated, meaning they show signs of wear, scratches, and tarnishing. However, finding a 1976 D1 coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is exceptionally rare. These well-preserved coins are like time capsules, offering a glimpse into the past with their sharp details and flawless surfaces, but rarity alone isn't the only factor that makes this coin valuable. Some of these pennies feature unique characteristics or minting errors that set them apart from the rest. These errors could include double strikes, off-center designs, or even subtle variations in the lettering. Such flaws might seem insignificant, but to collectors, they represent one-of-a-kind treasures. And now, let's talk about the appeal of this coin among collectors. The 1976 D1 coin represents an intersection of history, design, and scarcity. It's a piece of art and a slice of history rolled into one. For collectors, owning a coin like this isn't just about its monetary value, it's about the story it tells and the pride of having something so unique in their possession. If you're wondering whether you might have one of these rare coins, here are some tips. First, check your old coin jars or piggy banks. Look for the 1976 date and the D mint mark. Then, examine the coin's condition. If it appears unusually shiny, free of scratches, and has sharp details, you might be holding something special. It's also worth investing in a magnifying glass to inspect for potential errors. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for, just how much could this seemingly ordinary penny be worth? If you're lucky enough to find a 1976 D1 coin in immaculate, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, it could fetch between $45,000 and $48,000. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny piece of copper could be worth enough to buy a new car, make a down payment on a house, or take the trip of a lifetime. Who would have thought that a single penny could hold such incredible value? So, what are you waiting for? Go through your old coin collections, check your pocket change, and see if you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. Top 3. We're diving into an iconic piece of American currency, the United States of America 1 coin from 1987, minted in Denver. This seemingly ordinary coin could be worth far more than a penny. Stay with us, and by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much value this coin might hold today. It might just blow your mind. The 1 coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln penny, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. The 1987 version, especially those minted in Denver, carries a special place in the hearts of collectors. While billions of pennies were struck that year, very few have stood the test of time in pristine condition. Those few that have are now among the most coveted by collectors worldwide. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. On the obverse side, you'll see the timeless profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by the legendary Victor David Brenner. This design has graced the penny since 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. Lincoln's solemn gaze reminds us of his contributions to the nation, making every penny a tribute to his legacy. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look closely, you can even spot the tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, a remarkable detail that showcases the artistry of this coin. The D mint mark below the date signifies its origin at the Denver Mint, known for producing some of the finest coins in U.S. history. Now, what makes the 1987 D penny so intriguing? The key lies in its rarity, condition, and potential errors. While millions of these coins were produced, most were heavily circulated, leaving them scratched, worn, or damaged. Finding a 1987 D penny in near-perfect, uncirculated condition is incredibly rare. Coins with flawless surfaces, sharp details, and no signs of wear are highly sought after by collectors, but it doesn't stop there. Some 1987 D pennies have unique minting errors that set them apart from the rest. These errors could include off-center strikes, doubling in the lettering, or unusual die marks. Such variations are like fingerprints, making each error coin one of a kind. Collectors are always on the hunt for these anomalies, and their rarity can drive the value sky-high. So, how can you tell if your 1987 D penny is valuable? First, check its condition. Is the coin shiny and free of scratches or stains? Does it look as though it just came out of the mint? If so, it might be uncirculated, which is the gold standard for collectors. Next, examine the coin closely with a magnifying glass or loupe. Look for any signs of doubling, irregularities, or errors. These small details could mean the difference between a regular penny and a highly valuable one. If you think you have a rare 1987 D penny, it's time to get it appraised. Reach out to a trusted numismatist or submit your coin to a professional grading service. These experts can certify its condition and authenticity, giving you a clear idea of its market value. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: just how much could this coin be worth? Drumroll, please. A 1987 D penny in uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, could fetch an astonishing $40,000 to $43,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could be worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. It's incredible to think that something so small, often overlooked, could hold so much value. So, if you have a jar of old pennies lying around, take a closer look. You might just find a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Top 4. We're diving into a coin that might be hiding in your collection right now: the United States 1-cent 1989 D coin. You might think it's just a regular penny, but let me tell you, this little coin could be worth way more than you imagine. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know why this 1-cent piece could be a game changer for your collection. The 1989 D 1-cent coin is a part of the US penny series, which is one of the most widely circulated coins in American history. However, while most people see pennies as insignificant, there are a few rare varieties that can fetch impressive amounts of money. The 1989 D is one such coin that stands out due to its rarity and the potential for a significant windfall. But before we get into the specifics of its value, let's take a moment to look at the history and features that make this coin so special. The 1989 D penny was minted in Denver, and like all US pennies, it is made from copper-plated zinc. The penny features the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. But don't be fooled by the standard design. What really makes this coin intriguing lies beneath the surface. Over the years, thousands of these pennies were produced, and most of them circulated widely. However, a small number of 1989 D pennies were struck with a unique characteristic: an error during the minting process. This error, known as the double die variety, occurs when the design elements of the coin are struck more than once during the minting process, causing the images on the coin to appear doubled or blurred. This kind of error is rare and highly sought after by collectors, as it's a sign of a mistake made during the coin's production, which only adds to its value. Now, let's talk about how you can identify whether you've got one of these rare 1989 D double die coins. The most noticeable feature to look for is a doubling effect on the date 1989 on the obverse side of the coin. You'll notice that the numbers appear to have a shadow or a doubling effect, which is a clear indication that the coin has this error. Additionally, check the lettering around Abraham Lincoln's portrait. On a double die coin, you may also spot slight doubling in the inscriptions, such as Liberty or In God We Trust. If you see these signs, you might be looking at a highly valuable coin. It's important to note that not all 1989 D pennies are worth a fortune. Most of them are standard coins with little to no value beyond their face value of 1 cent. However, when you find a 1989 D penny with the double die error, you've discovered something that could make you a substantial profit. So, what exactly makes this error coin so special to collectors? It's all about rarity and demand. Error coins like this one are highly desirable because they are unique. They represent a mistake in the minting process that adds an element of unpredictability to the production of coins. Collectors love owning a piece of history, especially when that piece is rare and hard to come by. The fact that only a small number of these double die 1989 D coins were struck means that if you find one, you're holding a coin that very few others have. This scarcity is what drives the coin's high value in the market. If you're lucky enough to have a 1989 D double die penny in pristine condition, its value can skyrocket. The better the condition, the higher the price it can fetch. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint condition are especially valuable because they've been preserved without any damage, scratches, or signs of wear and tear. A well-preserved 1989 D double die penny could easily attract the attention of collectors willing to pay top dollar. And now, you've been patiently waiting for the big reveal. Just how much can a 1989 D 1-cent coin be worth? Are you ready for it? A 1989 D double die penny in excellent condition could fetch anywhere from $35,000 to $38,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $35,000 to $38,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe, isn't it? But that's the incredible value of a rare error coin that has survived the test of time. So, next time you're going through your change or sorting through your coin collection, make sure you take a closer look at any 1989 D pennies you might have. You could be holding onto a small fortune. Before we wrap up, remember that the value of a coin can vary based on its condition and the market demand, so it's always a good idea to have your coin professionally appraised if you think you might have a rare one. Top 5. We have a fascinating topic that is bound to pique your interest, especially if you have a keen eye for rare coins. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of the 1995 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, it may look like any other penny, but there's so much more to it than meets the eye. Stick with us until the end, as we reveal how much this seemingly humble coin could be worth today. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a penny, how could it be worth anything more than its face value? Well, you'd be surprised. The 1995 1-cent coin is not your typical penny. This coin, which was minted as part of the regular production of US currency in that year, has become a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. So, let's take a closer look at why this penny could be worth so much and what makes it so special. First, let's talk about the history of the 1995 1-cent coin. This coin was minted at a time when the US economy was growing steadily, and people were using pennies in daily transactions without giving them much thought. However, it wasn't long before collectors began to take notice of certain unique features in some of the 1995 pennies that set them apart from the rest. As with any coin, there are always those that are produced with subtle variations that make them stand out as rarities, and the 1995 1-cent coin is no exception. The most notable feature that collectors seek in the 1995 1-cent coin is a rare minting error known as the double die variety. This error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times by the same die, causing the image to appear doubled or offset. In the case of the 1995 penny, this error is most noticeable on the obverse side, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait is slightly doubled. This small, but significant, detail can turn an ordinary penny into a coin worth a small fortune. Now, you might be wondering how you can identify whether your 1995 penny is one of these valuable double die coins. The key is to carefully examine the details on the coin, especially the date and the image of Lincoln. If you notice that the date or Lincoln's features appear to have a shadow or a double outline, you might be in possession of a coin with a double die error. These are extremely rare, and only a small number of them were ever minted. Of course, not every 1995 penny has this error, and the vast majority of these coins are not worth much more than their face value. However, if you do find one with the double die feature, the value of your coin can skyrocket. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the value. Pennies that have been well preserved and have minimal wear and tear can fetch a much higher price than those that have been heavily circulated. If your 1995 1-cent coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks like it just came out of the mint, it could be worth significantly more than a coin that shows signs of handling. Coins with minting errors, such as the double die variety, are highly sought after by collectors, and they tend to command premium prices, especially if they are in excellent condition. But rarity is the key. The more pristine the coin, the more valuable it becomes in the market. A coin that has been stored safely and kept free from damage is far more likely to attract the attention of serious collectors and numismatists. So, how much could a 1995 United States 1-cent coin with a double die error be worth? Hold on to your seats because we're about to drop a jaw-dropping figure. If you are lucky enough to own one of these rare coins in excellent condition, you could be looking at a value between $30,000 to $32,000. Yes, you heard that right, $30,000 to $32,000. Imagine stumbling upon such a find in your coin jar or collection. That's right, a simple 1-cent coin, which you might have overlooked as just another penny, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars if it has the right error and is in the right condition. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things in life can be hiding in plain sight. So, what should you do if you think you have a rare 1995 penny? The first step is to carefully inspect the coin. Look for the double die feature, check the condition, and see if the coin has any other unusual markings or characteristics. If you find something worth investigating, it's a good idea to have the coin professionally appraised by a certified numismatist. They'll be able to tell you for sure whether your coin is a valuable rarity or just a standard issue. If you happen to find that your 1995 1-cent coin is one of the rare double die varieties, congratulations! You could have a small fortune in your hands. And remember, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. There may be even more treasures hiding in your collection that you didn't even know existed. We hope this video has shed some light on the incredible value that can be found in even the most unassuming coins. If you found this information interesting, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more exciting coin discoveries, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest and greatest in the world of rare coins. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!